First, second item, approval of the minutes of February 9th, 2017. Does anyone have any changes, corrections, questions?
I'll move to approve.
Second motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Chairperson's report. I just want to let everyone know I attended the swim team's craft week. They did a great job. It's my first one I attended of theirs, and the craft was excellent. The kids did a great job in making sure everyone was well fed. Weren't you there? I thought I saw you across the room.
The corner, more in the back corner, you know.
Yeah.
They don't really outlets. It was a good time. It was really well done.
Yeah, they put a lot of work into it. A lot of time, besides every little meeting that they had, a lot of time to make sure that they went efficient. And they raised the most money that they ever had in the craft feed, so that's awesome. It was awesome.
All right. Comments from board members. Say. All right. Reports from standing committees. I don't think anyone's met this month. Okay. Administrators report. Larry, is there anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I just want to let remind the board that in front of you is a information about board member Michael Mock resignation and some materials that are attached in there. And if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll be bringing this back at a future board meeting date for the board to take further action.
All right. Scott, do you have anything?
Not necessarily any questions on my report.
I'm sorry, I wasn't quite getting it.
I'm sorry.
I gave you the significant amount of silence there to know to go to Scott, but I did want to point out that there's a short report that I provided to the board regarding the Alberta Park Development Project, and I think there's a link there that you can go online and go to that link and see a lot of the wonderful things and the pictures of the houses and what the development's going to look like at build out. But what's really interesting is that because of the rain, they were unable to finish the model homes, yet it's sold out in phase one. And so as they are constructing the model homes, they are also constructing 8 additional homes that have already been sold. So they sold 26 already, and the first 8 are already under construction. And they are working now on phase 2 and expect that to be sold out quickly as well, probably before the model homes are completed. So even through all this rain, people are still buying homes essentially sight unseen. Take a look at a picture when buying it. So if you get a chance to drive by the development, take a look. It was kind of a mud hole there 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I think they've been doing a pretty good job with it. No,
Mark, yeah.
Oh. Any questions?
I'm sorry, we make questions.
I'm not sure if Larry's going to bring it up in his report, but in communication received, there's a e-news article about sunset districts on sunset dates on special districts, and I actually have a copy of a letter that was written by from CSDA to the Little Hoover Commission. I don't know if you've seen a copy of this yet, so I'll go ahead and pass this out. And it's also the original letter written from CSDA addressing the original concerns about the Little Hoover Commission meeting on this. So.
Yeah, the Little Hoover Commission report, or not report, but I guess the synopsis of it is in your agenda packet.
Correct. Right. So that's why I didn't know if you're going to bring it up. There's a few copies there. And this is just kind of a response from CSDA.
Good.
So everyone else kind of keeps up with what's going on.
Anything else, Alan?
That's it.
Okay. Mark?
So I only have one thing to add. So last month we did headshots here. If you guys want to go to our website, We have updated the website with everybody's headshots of the boards now that the public can now identify who you guys are out. Also, our staff director, we've also updated with everybody here, but we're trying to be a little more transparent for the public so they can know who we are. So if you guys want to check it out, we check out the website. Besides that, I don't have anything else to add on top of my report.
All right, Jared. All right.
Oh, question?
Thank you. Alan.
So how's swim lesson signups going? Have they really started picking up yet or not?
We started getting a lot more phone calls. We have got a few more. We're seeing a lot like level 1,
Okay.
which is actually the ideal group that we're trying to market to. Like the ages between 4 and 7. We'll hopefully get those kids to join the team. And this year, next year.
Yeah, great, thanks.
All right. Under correspondence, letter dated 2/17/17 from CSDA, that's on the agenda. The e-news dated 2/28/17. Did anyone want to talk about that in further detail? That was the
That's
enhanced item that you passed
Yeah,
out.
that's
Did you
what,
want
yeah,
if
we'll follow
anyone
up.
wanted to- Okay. And 7C, letter dated 3/2/17, a legal alert. Did you want to talk
Just
about
briefly,
that?
we included in your packet is a state Supreme Court decision that essentially says your private cell phone is not private if there's information on there that's related to district business. And you're familiar with the California Records Act, which allows people to come and request documents from the district. And there's a statute of amount of time, I think it's 10 days, that we have to respond, not to provide them with material, but to respond. And so now your cell phones are now subject to that. And I think in our district, we pretty much use our cell phones for communicating with one another. I don't believe anybody's conducting business other than Scott or Mark or Terry might notify me in case something happened at work when I wasn't there. But just, you know, and I think it applies to the board as well. So just be aware that if someone wanted to find out some information, they could actually request your records. Now, of course, they would then have to be vetted to separate what's personal versus public. And again, if you're not familiar with that, the reason I'm familiar with the California Records Act is that when I was in the city of Napa, I got one guy requested 267 times. It's 267 times.
I'm very familiar with it.
Yeah, and it can be done for all the right reasons. It can also be done for all the wrong reasons. But the idea is that if something like this were to happen, we would contact our legal folks, and they would work through the process of vetting what is personal, what is reasonable, and work related. So anyway, I just want to share that with you. It's an interesting read. I think most people had a feeling that it was likely going to happen, and now it's become law.
It's also emails, right?
Emails.
Emails, right? Essentially, it's almost anything nowadays.
Any communication.
Anything is really, anything that we do as and that's related to our work in a public setting is open for the public to review. So we just have to be very careful of how we use our communications and make sure that we're doing it for the right purpose.
All right, anyone have questions related to staff related to that? All right, comments and reports from citizens and organizations that is not on the agenda, so there isn't anybody. So, unfinished business, there's none. We're at 10, new business. We're going to move item 10C out of order in front of 10A, contribution from the Foothill Highlands Rotary Club. There's going to be a presentation. Scott or Larry, did you want to provide an introduction
Sure.
to the gift that we received?
Absolutely. I got to know the good ladies and gentlemen of the local Rotary Club a couple of years ago. If you recall, when the supervisor's office pulled their support from the Highlands Jubilee, the Rotary Club decided that they wanted to try and move it forward, and they took on the responsibility committee and actually putting the event on. Now, for some perspective, when Mr. Dickinson's office and Mr. Stern's office was behind this, they hired a professional planning company, got a 5-figure budget, and all the weight of the supervisor's office behind it. These are local businessmen and businesswomen who do this stuff on their own personal time as volunteers. And despite Mother Nature not even cooperating that year, they put on a wonderful event. So that's when we got to know them and the whole process of getting them on over there at Freedom Park. About a year ago, a little more than a year ago, I was approached by one of the members of the club, Jeff Donnelly. Jeff been to our meetings before, no longer with the club, I understand, who said, we do these projects for the community, and we'd like to do one for you. What do you think? And I said, I think it sounds great. So we talked around some ideas, and that was about the same time that we were doing the upgrades to Freedom Park, putting the string toys in. I said, how about a bench? And he goes, that sounds perfect. We have a guy that can manufacture a bench with recycled materials and everything else. So, volunteers working with staff. It took a little bit, about a year or so to pen everything down. But the picture you see in my report is actually members of the Rotary Club on their hands and knees pouring the concrete slab. District staff had literally very little involvement in this project. And then, of course, at the bottom of that page, you see the finished product. So we're so pleased to have the support of the local Rotary Club, and the contribution they provided will be there for a long time. And it's a great location, and it's great for kids and families, and that's what our district is all about. So tonight we have Patrick and Roland from the Rotary Club of Highlands, and Diane, I think we have a little thank you letter to present them. So.
Yes, we do. Are we going to take a still
Photo op.
All right, where do we want to do this?
We can probably do it, we'll just do it, right here, actually.
Okay, on behalf of the North Highlands Recreation Park District and Board of Directors and staff, I would like to thank you for the recent contribution of a park bench designated, built and installed at Freedom Park by members of the Rotary Club of Foothill Highlands. Thanks to your club's thoughtful and generous donation, children and families from North Highlands will be able to enjoy Freedom Park for years to come. And not only residents of North Highlands, but of the greater Sacramento community that comes out and enjoys Freedom Park and the surrounding amenities. In these challenging economic times, it is increasingly more difficult to secure donations from our community. By coming up with the concept of designing and building a park bench and selecting the North Highlands Recreation Park District as the beneficiary of your hard work, you have made a major contribution to our most heavily visited park. Parents now have a comfortable and convenient spot to observe their children at play. Again, thank you for your thoughtful contribution to the district. It is gratifying to know that that support from the North Highlands community still exists. Everyone here at the district appreciates your efforts to make Freedom Park a special place for the children and families of North Highlands.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
Very much.
Thank you.
Yes, there's anything you wanted to add or anything to say?
I just want to thank you, Scott, for partnering with us and helping us get this project done. And we'll talk about projects in the future. I'm the president-elect for next year, and we'll talk about something in the future.
Got a lot of good ideas.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming out. Thank you.
Request for proposals, audit services selection process. Larry.
Yes. As the board is aware, just time I was hired, about 3 years ago, it was time to select a new auditor for our annual audit. And we went out with an RFP, received, I think it was 8 or 9 requests for proposals. From that, we selected the current auditor that we have now. The 3-year contract is now complete, and we need to repeat the process. So I've laid out a process of some dates and times for the board to consider that will get us to the dates and times that we need to get for our next for our next agenda audit for next year. So unless the board has any questions, we'll be beginning the process. I believe it's starting in, well, starting now, but we'll release the RFP in May.
May 1st.
May 1st, yeah.
That was one that would be my only thing. If we can get it out earlier, I'd rather see it earlier because, I mean, I don't know what our RFP is going to look like, what we're going to ask them to provide. But some of these firms have a pretty standard packet. They already have ready, drop-in specifics, but some don't. And, you know, that's only pretty much like a 2-week window for them to do it. So if we can get that out maybe a little earlier.
Sure, I don't think there's a problem. The difference is I think that when I first did it last time, the first time I did it, since that time I've actually acquired several other RFPs from other districts, so I can see how other people have actually done it. This actually moves up the process several months from where we did last time, but having it ready to go out on an earlier date, that's not going to be a problem.
Okay.
So if we do that, then possibly we can look at adjusting these other dates, or at least extend the, what do you think, 3 weeks is a sufficient amount of time for them to respond?
3, maybe 4.
3 or
I mean,
4, okay.
Smaller firms, and you know, we're not going to get a real large firm. I mean, I'm currently on 2 other basically audit committees that were doing the exact same thing. Both of those are fairly large, though. One of them has $5 billion in assets, but we won't go there. Diane knows what it is.
Retirement?
Yeah. County retirement system, we're going back up to bid too. So, and I'm the lucky board member that's on that little committee. So.
Well, the main intent was to let you know that the contract had expired and it's time to do it again. And we have, like I said, the dates here basically line up so we can get it out and get it done at an earlier time. And Alan, you probably remember, I'm trying to remember, what is it, the name of the, oh, shoot, Larry Bain told me what it is. We're now, we have a certain amount of days in which the audit has to now be completed. I think it's February.
Well,
it's earlier than it was before.
Well, well, there's a few deadlines. California Government Code says, I thought it was 12 months. They were talking about making that 9 months. So if that's what they did, that would be March 31st. And they could have done that. I am not aware that that was done. But California Government Code 26909 was 12 months from the end of the fiscal year. That could have changed, and that's the only thing that we're really following under. There's a few other type things, like if we want to get a certificate and all that kind of stuff, which is, we're not going to do, that's 6 months. The only other thing is if we have a large amount of federal funds, that's 9 months. So I'm pretty sure that.
No, not unfortunately.
No.
Well, I think the idea is that we, you know, from my perspective, getting the audit done prior to the beginning of the year, you know, and we know December can be a hectic time. Getting it done earlier would be a good thing, that it gives the time for us to, we're not, and not that I thought that we rushed it this year at all, we didn't, but just getting it done a little bit earlier. But this gets us there, but even putting it out a little sooner will ensure that we meet that final deadline there. That's really self-imposed. That's not anything that anybody's telling us we have to do.
Right. So
we will do that now. I'll inform the board. Probably next 2-3 weeks we should probably have
Do
it
we
ready.
need a vote to go back up to bid for that or not? I don't know.
We did last time.
We did?
Yes.
Okay, I thought we
I went back in there and looked.
So moved.
I need a second.
I'll second that.
All those, is there any question or further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Motion carries. 10B, California District Association Board of Directors call for nominations, seat C. No, thank you, I decline. Anyone want to volunteer
I don't
or
think
nominate
anybody
someone?
here. I mean, you know, I've been to a couple of their conferences and plan hopefully to go to this year. And I hate to put it, but they're all older than me because most of them are retired that are the board members. So,
All right, so we don't, we don't have
We
anyone.
will contact and let them know.
Oh, thank you. And we are at payment of bills. So does anyone have any questions or does staff have anything that they would like to elaborate on? Alan?
okay, so, account 2314, Sears. Who got the good pair of work boots and who got the lousy pair?
That would be a Scott question.
Well, they actually do shop for specials and sales. I think one member of the team had to special order a pair.
Okay.
So it's probably a few bucks more.
Okay.
They usually range anywhere from 90 to 120 bucks.
Okay.
Um,
Well, one is $572.
well, that's for 5 other guys.
Okay, just to clarify.
we have a sick person.
I want those boots at the moment.
Have you seen Scott's boots lately?
Well, I didn't know. I thought maybe Terry got
Yeah.
rhinestones or
I
something.
went shopping.
You gotta fit in with the team. You gotta get those.
I do not need people from the public out there to know who I am questioning when I'm out shopping. Any more questions?
I'll make a motion to ratify payment of the bills.
Second, that.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Motion carries. We are going into recess for and then we will return and go into closed session. The next regular meeting of the Board of Directors will be April 13, 2017 at 6:30 p.m. in the North Highlands Recreation Park District. This meeting is in recess.